Am I the a-hole for yelling at my mom that she is obsessed about my boobs? I have always been, well, blessed in the chest department. It's something I used to be super self-conscious about since my mother makes a big deal over it. I'm the only daughter in a family of 4 kids, so my mom was overjoyed that she finally had a girl. Which means she is always hyper-focused on me and my body, especially my boobs. Imagine being 10 and listening to your mom argue loudly with the sales lady at the store that I could absolutely not be wearing a bra because I was too young, even though none of the training bras fit me even at that young age. Spoiler, we ended up having to get me an actual bra. I mean, I could constantly list the things she says in regards to my chest, from telling me I shouldn't be showing off so much cleavage in front of my brothers, to that I shouldn't wear tops that are too revealing because creepy old men will look at them. The problem is that everything is too revealing. I could be wearing a normal t-shirt and it would be too revealing because it would be a little stretched out and tight on my chest area. I felt so self-conscious I basically wore giant hoodies most of my teen years so she wouldn't comment. Well, fast forward to now and I've begun to appreciate my body for what it is. I like my boobs the way they are. Yeah, I might not be able to fit into some clothing types, and yeah, I might accidentally or purposely on occasion be showing cleavage, but that's my right. And being away from my mom at college for the last few years was super helpful to get the negativity away, but being back home during COVID for my last semester has been rough. Especially after my mom and dad gave me a graduation gift of $5,000, which my dad suggested I put towards a car, and my mom suggested I put towards breast reduction. I was stunned, and frankly so was my dad. She got super defensive and launched into a rant about how I need to do this so I don't look like a tramp all of the time, and I'll never find a good man if all they are interested in are my boobs. I was furious and let all of the pent-up rage from the last 10 years out on her, and told her she needed to stop being so obsessed with my boobs and I'm going to do with them what I want even if I look like a tramp. She broke down crying and left the house and hasn't been back in hours. My dad agrees that what she says was uncalled for, but that my response was equally uncalled for, and now I feel incredibly guilty. Am I the a-hole for yelling at her about her comments over my boobs? And now for some comments. Not the a-hole. I don't know what her problem is, but it's her problem and she's making it yours. Calling your own daughter a tramp because of her body shape is incredibly mean and cruel, whether she intends it to be or not. The only reason to have a breast reduction is if you want one. Full stop. You like your body and you like the way you look in your clothing, and that's what counts. Your mother needed a dose of frank truth, and I'm not sure she was willing to listen to any other method of presentation. Not the a-hole. Your mom has spent the last 12+ years slut-shaming and sexually harassing her own daughter. I'd say that your response was entirely called for. I'm only surprised that you lasted this long before finally snapping. If she mentions it again, just say would she rather use the $5,000 herself for breast augmentation, considering she's been so obsessed with yours. Not the a-hole. I'd like to add that she's a pervert, creepier sounding than any man I've ever been around, and a complete sicko for implying some kind of incestuous attraction from her sons. Not the a-hole. It was years coming. If your mom didn't want to be yelled at, she shouldn't have abused you. If your dad didn't want you yelling years of pent-up hurt and anger at your mom, he should have had your back from when you were a little kid.